The glory of the Aberrus Raider achievement grants you the Shadowflame Shalewing mount. I will show you exactly what to do all the achievements you need completely alone, but let me tell you something straight ahead, you will need a hunter. For the achievement, Cosplate, you first want to clear the trash in the room of the boss Kazawa the Hellforged. In the pool of lava to the right, you can interact with an object giving you the Hellsteel Plating debuff. After picking up this debuff, you can pull the boss. Simply wait until you get hit by the Hellbeam ability. This will shatter your Hellsteel Plating, and after that you can simply kill the boss and get the achievement. For the achievement, I'll make my own Shadowflame. You want to pull the two bosses into the corner with a Forgotten Specimen tank. The Fire Elemental needs to cast Fiery Meteor, and the Shadow Elemental needs to cast Umbral Detonation on it. When the container gets hit by it, it changes its color and also has a little orb above it, showcasing with which abilities you have hit it already. After hitting it with both abilities, lower the HP of one of the elementals to 50%. Both creatures will now merge into one Shadowflame amalgamation, which also needs to cast Blistering Twilight onto the tank. Shortly after, a small Shadowflame remnant will spawn from it, which you have to kill. Kill the boss afterwards and get the achievement. Next we have the achievement Tabula Rasa. Shortly before the staircase that leads to the Forgotten Experiment encounter, you will find a container with a Dragfear neutral inside. Release neutral and he will join you in the fight. And with join you, I mean he will run around like a scared chicken. The boss fight is made of 3 different bosses. Each of them has abilities that need to hit neutral 3 times. Neldris has Rending Charge, Thaddeus has Volatile Spoo, and Ryantos has Deep Breath. This achievement seems a bit difficult at first, since they all have the Infused Strikes ability, a damage over time effect that stacks with each auto attack you get from them, so this makes it a bit difficult to make the fight longer than necessary. However, I noticed that as soon as you have hit neutral 3 times with one of the abilities in the same encounter, the progress is saved, even if you die or reset the boss. So to make it a bit easier, you can have neutral being hit by the first ability 3 times, then let the boss kill you, re-neutral again, let him be hit by the second ability 3 times, and let the boss kill you again, and then in the next attempt let him be hit 3 times by the last ability and finish the boss. Next we have the achievement Are You Even Trying? For this achievement you first want to take a look down from the platform of a Zakali Assault encounter and check out where you can find the NPCs Ember Mouse, Rock Snail, Magma Slug, Siege Mammoth, Zakali Bolt Thrower, and Cave Beetle. Remember roughly where you can find them. Start the boss and wait until he jumps away and leaves you alone with the ads. Make sure to kill the ads, especially those who are hitting the gate. If they deal too much damage to the gate, you will get a stacking damage over time effect that can get pretty rough. At some point these boulders will fall onto the ground. You want to pick them up and then get hit by his Frontal Cone ability. This will shatter the boulder you are carrying into 3 pebbles. Throw the pebbles on the creatures I've mentioned before. You can find 3 creatures on each side, so it's relatively easy to do. Make sure to track the achievement to see if you actually hit them or if you missed. After hitting all 6 mobs, you can kill the boss. For the achievement Whac-A-Swog, you want to pull this lever on the entrance of the boss room. You will spawn the Lost Lunker, which will start hopping around. You need to get him hit by Rashok's ability Searing Slam 5 times. It sometimes can get a bit tricky with a frog jumping around, but it's still pretty easy. One thing you want to keep in mind is that the boss should be pulled into the middle of the arena before reaching 100 energy, otherwise you will have a bad time. Then we have the achievement Eggscelent Eggsecution. You first want to clear the trash up to Scan and then pick up this egg right here. You will first throw it into the air, then you want to catch it again, and now you will have the egg for 60 seconds. In this time you need to get to the boss and kill him. Make sure to not get hit by the boss's Blast Wave or Scrapnel Bomb abilities, otherwise you will lose the egg. You will also lose it by activating certain abilities like Druid's Shapeshifting or Shaman Spirit Wolf. Also, while you have this egg, you are running around like crazy. If you are a caster class, you might have some problems killing the boss in the short time and perhaps you need help. Escar-Go-Go-Go is the achievement for which you need to be a hunter. We'll make a lot of use of weird game mechanics here, but you don't need good equipment. My hunter only had 590 item level, so that's not an issue. But this will be a bit complicated. Put your pet over to one edge of the arena. Turn your pet passive. Pull Magma Whacs with misdirection so it attacks your pet and go over to the very opposite side of the arena. Over here you will wait for a while. The boss will then spawn these big lava pools on the ground, and if he stands in them, he will gain energy. After reaching 100 energy, Magma Whacs unleashes Catastrophic Eruption, which usually is a wipe, since it's a stacking debuff that increases fire damage taken by 50% per stack. This debuff only applies on player characters though, not on pets. And even though it's not stated anywhere, it only lasts for about 1 minute. And the best part, if your pet is tanking the boss over there and you are standing here, as far away as possible, you are not in his range. Sometimes it can happen that Magma Whacs just decides to attack you instead of your pet, so be ready to feign death at any moment. After this buff disappears, the fight is somewhat broken. He won't use any abilities anymore because usually the fight should be over by now. And now you want to swim in the lava and collect 20 spicy lava snails to feed them to Magma Whacs. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, how am I supposed to swim in lava? For some reason this lava in here works differently than regular lava. Basically you jump in there and the game recognizes that you took the first bit of damage, and then every second or so you will get damage again. However, if you can negate the first damage you take by, for example, using a hunter's aspect of a turtle, you don't take any damage at all. So activate your aspect of a turtle, jump inside and don't get out again. Don't accidentally jump up, don't go back onto the platform, just stay in the lava and collect the snails. You can track them with your track beast ability on the minimap, and I also made a little macro to find them a bit easier. Collect the snails, feed them to Magma Whacs, and after giving him all 20, you can finish the boss. From here on things can only get easier, right? Objects in Transit May Shatter is the name of the next achievement. You need to collect 4 items which are spread all across the raid, and bring them to the boss room of Neltharion. You have the expired experiment, which can be found here, the never burning ebon candle, which is right here, the stack of scrolls up there, and the portable ebon anvil here. To bring them all into the boss room is tricky, since you can't just leave it unless you die, but if you reset the boss, the items will also reset and spawn at their usual location. So what I did was this. I took the items, waited here in the lava and then jumped down with the item to die to fall damage. I took my gear off to save myself some repair costs, but that's basically what I did. This whole process takes another like 10 to 15 minutes, and taking the items down there really is the annoying part. Once you have them down here, make sure to carry them inside of the boss room, since the door here would close behind you. Pick up one of the items and pull the boss. He has some abilities that smash you through walls, which destroys the item you are carrying. Destroy all 4 items and finish the fight. And finally we have We'll Never See That Again, surely. First you want to clear the trash to the boss, but don't jump down onto the platform yet. Get back into that pool and stay there until you get 10 stacks of the debuff Clinging Void. Then you will get a lump of flesh. After bringing Zakhareth into the second phase, you will be in a transition where you can get to the edge of the arena and throw the lump into the abyss. After that, get inside the 3 white circles and then just kill the boss. Congratulations! If you're looking for other meta achievements of old raids, make sure to check out this playlist. Shout out to the channel members. I hope to see you next time. Until then, see ya!